Oh, Lauren, Lauren, queen of the screen. With Botox so tight, you look like a dream. But your skin's so thin, it's like tissue paper. One wrong word and poof, you're a vapor. Hey, Lauren, Lauren, toes all sore and red. From folks stepping on them, now you're crying in bed. People are mean, you wail through the night. But you swing at victims' kin, what a sight. From YouTube throne, Queen Lauren's so grand. Now cast to the peasants with pitchforks in hand. You dish out the drama, true crime with flair. But cross your highness, oh beware. Family members grieving, you pounce like a cat. Claws out and hissing, imagine that. Botox can't hide that frown upside down. Your kingdom's crumbling, you're losing your crown. Hey, Lauren, Lauren, toes all sore and red. From folks stepping on them, now you're crying in bed. People are mean, you wail through the night. But you swing at victims' kin, what a sight. From YouTube throne, Queen Lauren's so grand. Now cast to the peasants with pitchforks in hand. Once upon a vid, you ruled the true crime wave. Subs in the millions, oh what a rave. But thin skin and sore toes led to your fall. Now you're scrolling comments, ignored by all. Peasant life calls with no royal decree. Just Botox bills and reality TV. Hey, Lauren, Lauren, pack up your crown. The kingdom's evicting, you're heading downtown. Toes still aching, tears on your sheets. But hey, next adventure, true crime on the street. From queen to the fields with the mud and the muck. Lauren, oh Lauren, next time, better luck. Apologize, Lauren, to victims of our...
All right, everybody. I hope you guys are doing really great. I actually did not know. Well, actually, there is. So I am, in fact, I'm seeing a video from last night. So I don't think they, I don't think they delete, unless there was a different video. Was there a different video? Okay, you caught me by surprise, people. So someone, what did Crazy Pants do last night, Jennifer? These crazy pants didn't do nothing wrong. I promise. I promise. These crazy pants were just like they were supposed to be. Okay, so she deleted one and left one up. So what did she do? Oh, so I'm gonna have to go over to Jay's and watch it. Her on the scene reporting. Listen, I was fast asleep like a good person. Okay, I was a good girl. I was fast asleep, doing what I'm supposed to do, and I had fallen asleep listening to. I don't even remember what I was listening to. And all of a sudden, I woke up and I heard Jay. J is for justice. My earbud had come out and it was like laying on my pillow. And so I could just barely hear J is for justice. And she was saying, oh my God, there's a shooter outside of the LDS tabernacle or church or something like that. And I was like, why is Jay in my house? I was so confused. And then I was like, what? What is she talking about? So then I had to like wake up and listen and go, what is going on? Is this like an old video that she's reviewing? Or is there actually a live shooter? So yeah, I did see that. But then as soon as I saw, okay, it's a live shooter, This is horrible. And then I was like, why in the hell is Lauren in Salt Lake City covering this shooting? Like, what is this? And I finally decided I was so sleepy that I didn't even want to think about it. And I just turned it off and went to sleep. So I'm really actually, I don't know what happened. Jules, watch ATS's news video. I've been patiently waiting for someone to come on here and talk about her bad journal. There's a lot of bad going on over there. It's it's like a train going off the rails, actually, if you ask me. Let me see. ATS did a short video earlier today, but it was not the whole story. She said there was an arrest. Got told several times to stand behind the tape. Said there was a child shot. I saw the sheriff say that it was all adults. Isn't that what the sheriff said in the press conference? That it was all, Corey Richins. Yes, I see. I didn't even think of that. I was just like so discombobulated. I was half asleep and I was like, what in the hell is going crazy here? And I just finally said, okay, I can't, I got to sleep. I got to get up early in the morning. And so I turned it off. Got to give it to her. She's trying, even though she fell on her face and embarrassed herself. Okay. So there's one video up. What video did she delete? ATS just posted LM's deleted video. What does ATS stand for? How do I actually find that channel? Golly, she looks rough too, doesn't she? Yikes. Lauren, you need some time off, girl. Lauren missed the press conference because she was running around trying to get information. Laughing? Weren't there like 8 people shot? ATS News. Okay. ATS News. My gosh, I come on here to try to talk about stuff and then y'all have to educate me. My goodness, this is just, everything is just changing so fast. Okay, hold on. Let's look. Okay, they've got Gypsy Rose. Oh, no. Okay, Chris Watts, Gypsy Rose. Let me see. Lauren's embarrassing delete. Oops. Okay, I guess we'll watch it. Okay, ATS, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. People, mods, will you please put up her link to her channel? Subscribe. And remember, y'all, when you subscribe, you have to go to the bells and hit all. Okay, if you don't do that, you're not going to get notification. This was deleted. I see why. Sharing fake news in a desperate attempt to be the first to report. Oh my God. Lauren, you did it. Oh my gosh. This poor woman. Okay, I'm going to have to, I already had something loaded that I was going to play, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so let me stop that screen and let me put up ATS. All right, here's ATS. Okay, I'm going to tell you this, okay? I did get mad. Okay, I was triggered, and that was the focus of today's video. And I'm going to still do it, okay, because it's not very long anyway. But I got a little, I'm very frustrated with Lauren's apologists. And there's not very many of them, okay? There's only maybe 4 or 5 people. And I don't have any way of knowing if the 4 or 5 people that are trying to speak for Lauren, are they Lauren? Is she using sock accounts? Is John using sock accounts? Is it Grayson? Like, it's really hard to know, but I can tell you this. We have, if you count on your fingers, we have Lauren, Grayson, John, Trisha, and Megan. That's 5, right? That's 5. Well, it's always these same 5 these same 5 accounts that come in and speak for hidden true crime. Like they're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. Okay? That something that I talk about in my videos, I've misspoken, or I'm being somehow against religion or against the Mormons, right? So yesterday or last night, somebody came in and left just a stupid little. I don't know. There were a couple people. But the first one I got was a mess, like an email, and it was an explanation for how it is that Hidden True Crime used the memberships of gyms, right? I mean, yeah, and that pissed me off. So it was really snarky. And then later on, from a different person or a different account in a public post, I got an explanation that was not like aggressive or snarky. And it was just like, oh, well, she named her channel after Idaho gems because it's the gemstone state, right? Okay, we're going to talk about that today because that is, you know, how I've explained to you guys before, there are lies and then there is bullshit. If you're in Texas, then there is bullshit. But if it's a really big, huge lie, we call that horseshit. Okay, so horseshit is the penultimate lie, right? Okay. The statement that Lauren chose gems because Idaho is the gemstone state is horse shit. Okay. And I'm going to prove that today, damn it. But first, we are going to go to ATS News. And I hope that, did we get a link to ATS News? Let's see. I can put an actual link to the video itself. Copy. All right, so here's the link to this video that we are just about to watch. I think of potatoes and Idaho. Yeah, the Newport. That's what I was like. I was like, did they call potatoes gems? And I was like, no. And then I did look it up. It is Idaho gem state, which I certainly would have thought that would have been Arizona as the gemstone state, but apparently not. But it's not why she chose it, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay. All right. Now then, let's listen to this drama. And I'm probably going to have to get rid of these birds, move them to their little room. So let's go ahead and start listening.
Deleted live stream from Lauren Matthias on Hidden True Crime, where she was reporting false information about a shooting that occurred on the evening of January 7th in Salt Lake City, Utah, outside a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints during a funeral memorial service. At least 8 adults were shot, 2 people were killed, 6 others were wounded, with 3 in critical condition. No confirmed arrests have been made yet, and the suspect or suspects remain at large as police continue their investigation. However, we have this video where Lauren is running around, in my opinion, erratically and crossing over areas that she wasn't supposed to be crossing over into and being told to stay behind the crime scene tape. She asked the officers on the other side of the crime scene tape if the guy she witnessed being detained, who she claimed was being arrested, was the shooter, to which the officer would not reply. But she continues to tell her audience that she saw the suspect and the shooter get arrested. And
I can't. Lauren. Lauren. Somehow, Lauren, after all of this information and police body cam, after all, after everything has come out, Lauren, it's got to shake you, right? Like, it's like you have this leech on you, and the leech is this insatiable need to be recognized and to be worshiped and to be loved. And it's just attached to you, and it's like you're frantically doing anything you can to fulfill that leech that's sucking the life out of you. And it drives you, Lauren, to do things that are just horrible. You know, you want to know the reality, Lauren? The person that they were putting in the police car. Oh my God. Okay. I'm Lauren. It is likely, it is probable, the person that they were putting in the police car, that it was probably the mother or the wife or the husband of someone that had just died, or someone that was on their way to the hospital in critical condition. That cops do that, Lauren. They provide assistance. And if your loved one is in the process of dying or critical, and they put them in the ambulance, and they're frantically working on the body, trying to keep it alive until they can get it to the hospital at the hands of a surgeon, then the family is usually escorted by the police. They usually put you into the vehicle and say, we will drive you to the hospital. I was one time driven for over 60 miles following an ambulance in a cop car. You recorded these people being, that's Lauren, you have got to quit looking toward John as your therapist. He cannot be rational or logical or use his training when it comes to family members and friends, and is highly unethical for him to act in the role of therapist. You need to go find a really good psychologist who works like, okay, see, I can't even say it. You need to find someone who is trained in dialectical behavior therapy or some other behavioral therapy where coping tools and emotional regulation is a huge part of the therapeutic process, okay? Someone who is emotionally uninvolved. Because this leech that is attached to you, that is driving you to do these things of foolishness, it's not, you have to get rid of it. You've got to stop this frantic search for fame and power and riches. You've got to stop. You've got to quit. You've got to quit looking for things to say, I'm the best, I'm the most important, nanny, boo, boo. You've got to just find peace and joy. I feel bad for her, y'all. And me feeling bad for her, it doesn't mean that I don't recognize how much harm that she's caused others. I do. And my wish is that no one else gets hurt. Girl.
And she gives a full description of who she saw being arrested. However, we all point out that being detained and arrested are two separate things. She continues to run around the scene, even though there is an active shooter and a suspect at large around 12:30 at night.
God, Lauren. You are not Ashley Banfield, honey. You are not, okay? Ashley was in Iraq with live, fire over her head. You were in Salt Lake City covering yet again a trial of another woman who killed their poor husband, or allegedly killed their husband. If they say, Lauren, that they have not apprehended the shooters, don't you think that it's a good idea for the good of your child to just go back to your hotel room? I mean, that's what I would do. I don't think I'd run around hoping to see the shooter. Man.
I think I see why she deleted this live stream. You'll also hear law enforcement update the public on accurate information in a little press conference to which Lauren said she knew was going to be taking place, but instead she decided she was going to break the news before even listening to the authorities.
It was not. Okay.
Sure, are you saying no, it's not, or are you saying you can't answer that question?
Can't answer that question. Is that what he said? Okay, thank you.
Fourth and Fifth Amendment. Don't. I should not like it.
Hey,
who in the hell is she talking to? Are those other reporters that she's just like going, what they say? As if those reporters are accountable to her. Chickadee, we got to whip you into shape, Lauren. This is not good.
She was going to break the news before even listening to the authorities.
it was not. Okay.
Sure, are you saying no, it's not, or are you saying you can't answer that question?
Can't answer that question. Is that what he said? Okay, thank you.
Fourth and Fifth Amendment. Don't. I should not like it.
Hey, everybody, make sure, let me know when I'm live. Give me a thumbs up so I can tell you guys what's going on. There has been an arrest made.
What? Well, Lauren, they just told you there was no arrest made. Is that what she really said? This is what?
It was not. Okay.
Sure, are you saying no, it's not, or are you saying you can't answer that question?
Can't answer that question. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Fourth and Fifth Amendment.
Can't answer
Don't.
the question.
I should not like it.
Hey, everybody, make sure, let me know when I'm live. Give me a thumbs up so I can tell you guys what's going on. There has been an arrest made.
I'm in amazement right in front of your eyes, Sketty Nona. Oh my God. I don't know, CG. She is a plonker, Mr. Paul. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. Immediately after the guy said, we're not going to confirm that, she says there has been an arrest made. Lauren, you are a bitch. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. She is incorrigible. I can say that. She is incorrigible. Lauren, you got to stop this, girl. You are doing yourself no favors. None. Zero. Hidden gems. You're not getting the real story from this woman. She's trying to be Jerry Springer of YouTube. And yet you guys just follow her and believe anything she says. It's crazy. Wow.
When I get a thumbs up, I'll know I'm live. I'll tell you guys what's going on. An arrest.
Lauren.
Okay, thanks, Alexis. An arrest has been made right here in front of me. Actually, I got video, and I'll bring that to you later. I unfortunately was not live. We do not know who the man is. I asked police, is this the shooter? He shook his head. He cannot answer that question. But let me tell you what we know. So,
question, Lauren. Why didn't you tell the hidden gems that law enforcement said they can't confirm if it was the guy? Why didn't you do that, Lauren? Because you're a damn liar. You're flat out a liar. Take me to court. There is now so much evidence of your lies. This is appalling.
And am I live still? I'm not seeing.
Are you here with the press or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you either behind that line over there
Okay.
or there's a bunch of you guys on that side of it.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Can I ask you if that was the shooter that you arrested?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Boy, she is so important, isn't she? So important.
An arrest has been made at an LDS chapel where a funeral was being held.
You effing liar.
So I'll tell you guys what happened. I have to stand back. I was just requested. So I'm going to.
You were ordered to stand back, and you have now repeated your complete fabrication, complete lie, Lauren, complete lie. You've had two different officers say, well, I don't know. We can't tell you. We don't know if he's the guy. Don't know. Have no idea. Two times. And your mouth they have an arrest. They have an arrest. They have an arrest. Lauren, what's wrong with you? You want to know the person getting in the car is going to probably end up being one of the family members of a person that was in an ambulance on their way to the hospital. Lauren, little Miss Know-It-All. I hope to God you didn't show the person getting into the car.
I'm going to flip this around again and show you guys what I know. We do not know who this is. We don't know if it's the shooter. We don't know if it's the suspect. I have to go behind this tape. Okay, hold on. Stick with me. There's more crime scene tape right here. We're going under it.
They don't want you around, Lauren.
Okay. So I'll just show you guys. They brought him from the back parking lot, right back there. They led a man in handcuffs. He had long brunette hair.
Can I make an observation? She says they led a man in handcuffs. Excuse me. You have no way of knowing if he was in handcuffs or not, okay? She is a proven liar, right? There's no way of knowing that he's in handcuffs. Just because this woman says it, it doesn't make it real. You just saw evidence. You just saw her ask two different police officers, hey, is that the perpetrator? And they're like, oh, we can't tell you. We don't know. We can't tell you. There has been an arrest. There has been an arrest. Honestly, Lauren, I don't know why you have a single viewer anymore.
I got video and a photo. It was not live, and I'm on my phone, and I don't even know how to put that up for you. So,
Lauren, are you in your cups, honey? Because you are slurring like I got pictures and I don't know. Man, it's going off the rails.
I'll let you know more. There is more police presence, more happening. He came walking from the back. He was let out and put into a police car right in front of me, actually.
Right in front of you? Like that's so special. Right in front of you that you got to see some person that was praying for the life of their wife or their husband. And you're just so excited that it happened in front of you and you get to tell a big ass whopper lie to your channel. But at least you're the one that tells it first.
Looked middle-aged, dark brunette hair. Probably to the longer hair for a male. I don't know. Maybe above the shoulders. And police are not saying who this person is. if he's connected to this at all, but I was just asked to go behind tape, new tape. So I was.
There's been an arrest. There's been an arrest. They just arrested a guy right in front of me. You said it, Lauren. I can't. Y'all want to know something? She ruins a perfectly good day. She is incorrigible.
And now I am back here behind crime scene do not cross tape, and a press conference is going to be soon, it seems. So I'm gonna stick around a little bit longer. I was actually taking off, talking to people about what they heard, and the arrest happened right in front of my eyes. There is a helicopter.
Oh, okay, so now there is an arrest. Make up your mind, Lauren. Either there was an arrest or there was not an arrest. And you don't give a damn that 2 police officers said to you, no, we're not going to confirm this. Why? Are you not aware that law enforcement gives assistance to companions if someone is killed or is in critical condition and transported by ambulance? Are you not aware that they will load up a family member and follow the ambulance? Do you not know that, Lauren? Aren't you Miss Queen of True Crime? Is she drunk? What do you guys think? Is she drunk? Oh, Christine Elizabeth said, please lower your voice. You want to know something? I am probably, well, if I stick my hand straight out in front of me, I'm still at least 12 inches from the computer. It's not my voice. It's actually the microphone. So I apologize. She's on pills? Oh, I don't know if she's on pills. She does seem intoxicated, though.
They're still overhead, still circling. And I do not know.
The person who told me to lower my voice, you have a volume button. Okay? So use it.
Much else. Hold on. I'm listening.
You're eavesdropping, Lauren. You're not a part of their conversation. Maybe you should not be eavesdropping. She looks, you know, doesn't she? She looks crazy. Oh my God. Okay, Christine, you have a volume, honey. Lower it, okay? She looks crazy here. She literally looks crazy. That was actually funny right there. Please send that beanie back home. She does look drunk. Yeah, I think she looks drunk. And what she's doing right now, I'm listening. And then she looks at her phone, and then she looks back at the people she's, eavesdropping on. And then she looks at her phone, and she looks at the people that she's eavesdropping. It's a show. She's putting on a show. Good heavens. Good heavens, lady. Get yourself together, Lauren. Oh, did y'all see how big her pupils are? No, they're not. Never mind. Sorry, I was wrong about that. Look, it looks crazy. Look at her face. Watch her face.
Hold on. I'm listening.
What is wrong? She looks nuts, y'all. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Look, this is not okay. We got to watch one more time. We got to watch it one more time. It's so, let's put it on slow. That'll be fun. Hold on. Let's turn it down to 0.50. And then I'm going to turn the sound off. Okay. Watch her eyes and how she's moving her head. Her mouth is hanging open. I think she might be intoxicated, y'all. Watch her movements. Lauren, don't get in front of the camera drunk, girl. This is not good. Why is she doing that? Look at her. Lauren, this is... Oh my God. Do you know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Molly Golightly in the basement of the parking garage in Las Vegas. If you know what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the chat. Do y'all remember that night? Yeah, Kim. Oh my God, Kim. It is exactly. Kylie, this is nuts. This is this looks like, this reminds me of Molly Golightly. Oh, I don't know. Is there a bomb? Boom. Remember what time she said boom? She looks drunker than Cooter Brown. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Lauren, we got tripping on a mystery in here saying, hey, lay off the bong, okay? You're going to have to back out of the bong, man. She's the new JLR. This is good. Look, I can't do that. I have like when JLR was going down to the border, like in Texas and Arizona and Southern California, I was watching every minute. Like his coverage was the best. He was awesome. Like really. And I have seen him cover other things that was very performative like this. But when he did the border stuff, he was great. And he was able to find people walking through the damn desert. I mean, he'd had great coverage. Yeah, he did. But hey, Harley, good to see you. Yeah, she's totally messed up. Yeah, we're going to be watching this for weeks just for fun. I'm going to make it a little faster now just because it's fun. That's the only reason why. Okay, so let's go back to when she first started like performing like Molly Golightly. Vinny Politan, this is what you need to put on your channel, buddy. She looks nuts. Like, what is she doing? Is she acting like she's looking for the suspect for the shooter? Is that what she's doing? It's so weird. Okay, I'm going to make sure. Yeah, no sound. Okay, let's watch without the sound, but, well, we can turn the sound on.
I do not know much else. Hold on, listening. Sorry, just trying to listen. Okay, so I'm gonna take off.
I'm gonna edit the hell out of this clip. This is funny. This is so funny. Wow. I'm sorry, Lauren. That you got to do better, girl. Tighten up. Get it together, because this is bad. It's going off the rails, Lauren.
No, much else. Hold on, listening.
Okay, what about
Sorry, I'm just trying to listen.
No, you're good.
Oh, Lauren,
Okay, so I'm gonna take off.
You're gonna be in my intro. This is funny. I'm sorry, but it is funny. Yeah, it's got to happen, Lauren. This is crazy. Why are you out there acting that way? Like, really, what's wrong? And here's another question for everybody. So I'm on the Gulf Coast in Texas. It's 3:30. She just now deleted this. Do you know what that says to me? Says to me she's been in bed all day. Says to me that Lauren didn't look at what she did last night, and she just woke up and had the chance to look at this, or that John. Well, Jenny, someone said that this just got deleted. Like when I started my live, somebody said, "Oh, she just deleted it." Okay, so there's a lot of people saying it got deleted last night. Okay. It's possible Lauren is a former client of John's. Well, I mean, the longer we go, it's kind of increasing the probability of that being true. No, Jules, she had 2 up. Okay. All right. It was deleted right away. It should have been deleted. It's absurd. This little chickadee, she is the gift that keeps on giving.
I will attempt to post the arrest and share that.
There's no arrest, Lauren.
Here in a second while we wait for a supposed press conference that's about to happen. So I was going to take off, but I will stick around a little bit longer. So I'm outside of a LDS chapel in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hold on. 7. It's I also saw one of the. Okay. Hold on. Let's just. The police presence just quickly leave. Or they're changing positions fairly quickly here. And there are definitely fewer police cars now than there were even 10 minutes ago. From the information we have right now, 8 suspects, 3 in critical condition while 2 are deceased. There has been and the hearse, again, just barely able to leave. And again, someone led in handcuffs right in front of me. They pulled him from the back, brought him out, and put him right into a police car right in front. So I'll do what I can to share that. That is
there is another person. There is another person that reminds me of this woman. And I'm not going to say the name for fear of her rising up from the pits of hell. Do you know what I mean? But there's someone else who used to do this on their YouTube channel. They would act out like a big tragedy or a big trauma, but it wasn't real. It was contrived. It was pretend for views, right? But wow, I'm in amazement. obviously she has zero professionals working with her or for her. No, there's no way that if she had people, even a cameraman would be able to look at this and say, I don't think you want this posted, right? We can all see the truth. She's got a yes man. You know, Grayson just says, okay, whatever you want. Yes, 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 yes. Lauren is Mary Marlowe. Her mom is in hospice. I don't know. I've lost track of all the people that were in hospice or out of hospice, or I am to the point, okay? I'm to the point that I don't believe what she says. I just don't believe it anymore. After seeing this, the fact that the cops are saying we're not going to verify anything, and then she immediately says there was an arrest right in front of me, right in front of me. She has not learned anything. What are you saying? She hasn't learned anything. Nothing. It's like a slow moving train wreck, and every day brings something unbelievable new. I just don't know. And apparently, well, I mean, if her mother is in hospice, she doesn't have any time for her mom. Has she shown much time for anyone? Has she shown much time for her husband or her child? I mean, things are weird, okay? Things are not, doesn't seem.
And I'll see what we can do as far as getting to that press conference, and hit subscribe, hit notifications. I'll hopefully be live soon again.
Hit subscribe, hit notifications.
And
what do you think about it?
People allegedly have been shot. One, we have heard, and again, we're getting information as it comes, was actually taken to Primary Children's Medical Center, which would, yes, imply that it is a child. I'm going to show you guys.
Okay, now I'm mad. See, I wasn't mad. I was laughing, and I felt kind of sorry for her. Okay, now I'm mad. Can someone explain? John, you're welcome to come up and explain. Me, the original gems, we would be so happy if you would. Please explain why Lauren only reports on crimes against children, and you seem to believe that every single person has been sexually assaulted as a child. Why? Why is this dynamic happening in your family? There was literally law enforcement that I heard when I woke up last night. I was listening to Jay. Literally, the sheriff said, all adults. The sheriff said that last night while this was all happening. All adults. Now your bride, your queen of the 144,000 hidden gems, she ends her live where she is acting nuts, and then she comes back and tells a bald-faced lie. Hands down, categorically a complete prevarication. Why? Why, John? Why do you do that? Why do you say that there's a little kid in a romantic relationship with Stephen Stearns? Why? Why do you say that? Why do you read out police reports of two 16-year-old girls who nearly died because of a creepy perpetrator? You read the police reports in excruciating detail, and you were laughing. You were making jokes about it. She was laughing. Why? Why do y'all like that? Why do you like it? There was no child involved in this based on the sheriff. Oh my gosh. I can't believe she came back and said that. Why would she do that? Yeah, the laughing, right? Oh my God. You mm, 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 mm. It's not good, is it?
Guys, what is going on here right now?
Thank you all. First, I want to say condolences to the victims lost in this incident and their families and those impacted by this incident tonight. We just want to continue to provide updates. We'll probably provide one more update after this and keep you informed on what we know. What we can tell you right now, additionally, from what you already have, is that is that all of the victims in this incident are of adult age. And so we know there were some questions there.
That's what I remember hearing last night. That's the story about the ambulance going to the children's hospital. It just like a complete lie. Yeah, it's so odd. Now you have all hidden gems calling primaries like they're not busy enough. I've had friends that have lived in their parking lot while their kids were in ICU. Absolutely, cinnamon hot. Yep. That's so. I don't know. Today's hearing at the Richens is closed to everyone. We will only know what was admitted and denied publicly. Yeah, and that was said last night, Cinnamon. That was the small part of what I actually did see. I guess it was live. It was Jay had it playing on her channel. I guess it was while it was live. But yeah, man. I'm behind, but why was the camera pointed at her face so much? If she was trying to show what was going on, wouldn't it have been turned the other way? I mean, she's the star of the show, Tanya. I don't know. I just don't know. But it is why? I mean, you have to really stop and think about it. You've got this horrific event. You got 8 people shot, right? That is a mass casualty event. It's horrible. Okay. 2 were dead, 3 critical. You could end up with 5 dead, essentially, only 3 surviving. Can it get any worse? Right? Sure, it could, Jules. We got to have a dead kid. Then that will be up to our standards. Lauren and John, we just need a dead kid. Then we'll be okay. Lauren, you have learned nothing. And all of you guys that are over there in that channel, and you thought it was a great idea to celebrate 144,000 subscribers. Oh, that was so cute. It was such a good, no, it wasn't. You know what it was? It was psychopathic. It was disgusting. It was hurtful to people like Kresha and Kay. It was a reenactment with Lauren being in the role of Lori Vallow. That's what it was. And this, I have heard that an ambulance took someone to the children's hospital, but making me believe that one of the casualties is a child. It was a bald-faced lie, Lauren. Why do you and John need dead kids? Why? Yeah. Oh, she blamed the subscribers for misinformation? How did she do that? She said she had talked to the family of the deceased that was there for the funeral. You horrible woman. Why would you? Why would you do that, Lauren? She said she was reading chat and misspoke. She's a liar. She's a liar. We watched it. We just watched it. She was talking to two police officers who said, we're not gonna like give you any information. And then immediately she didn't even look at her phone. She immediately turned around and said, there has been an arrest right in front of me, right in front of me. I'm telling you, this is she is very hard to take at this point. I'm grossed out by her.
So I'm outside of a LDS chapel in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hold on. 7. Oh gosh. It's I also saw one of the. Okay. Hold on. Let's just
listen to it. She couldn't even make a sentence.
Hold on. 7. Oh gosh. It's
7 what? It's 7. Oh.
Seven. Oh gosh. It's
Girl, you better find some medical treatment and get it together because it's going off the rails.
Someone led in handcuffs right in front.
I was trying to find that place where her mouth is hanging open like a nut. Hold on.
I'm just trying to listen.
Right there.
No, you're good.
You see how she keeps looking down at the phone? She's just acting right now. There's not anything happening. There's nothing of importance that's going on around her. She's performing. She's wanting you guys, the channel members. She wants y'all to be like, oh my God, be careful, Lauren. Be so careful. You're such a great reporter out on the scene. You guys are being manipulated by a crazy lady.
Okay, so I'm gonna take off. I will
You have no idea what you're doing, Lauren. You're manipulating and hurting people.
Do not know much else. Hold on. I'm listening.
It's gross. She's a gross person. I find it mind-boggling that Lauren wasn't long in sending Lori Hellis' book to fact checkers, but does zero fact checking while reporting on victims of the most horrific crimes. She is a disgrace. She didn't get that book for fact checking. I know what you're saying. She did do that, but that was all about a got you. She wanted to do something to tear down Lori Hellis. That was what that was about. She wanted to do something to hurt Lori Hellis. And she ultimately did, because she's like, I'll send you the book free and you don't have to buy it. This is okay. I don't have to say it, but we're all seeing the same thing. We're all seeing the same exact behavior. There was, like I said, the comments came in a couple different places about Lauren did not take my membership structure for Jewels of Thought channel, that she did not take that is not true, that she wouldn't copy off of me. I mean, just like she's not going to copy off of anyone like Annie Elise or anyone, right? That she wouldn't copy. She came up with it on her own. And the way that she came up with the idea is that she was living in Idaho, and Idaho is the gem state or something like that. Let me double check that before I stand on that. Hold on. Idaho gem state. I want to make sure I'm not. Idaho is called the gem state because it's rich in precious and semi-precious stones, boasting 72 types of gems, including the unique star garnet, which is the official state gem. The star garnet is found in Idaho and India and is known for its distinctive star-like patterns. The nickname reflects the state's diverse geology, which yields gems like garnet, opal, and agate, making it a prime spot for rock hounding. Okay, so that is what I'm being corrected on by these two people, one of which was very rude. The other person, it was more like, oh, Lauren explained to her channel that she chose gems because, you know, they're Idaho gems and she was living in Idaho. Okay? Right? Okay. Well, I did a little digging. Guess what? Lauren was nowhere near Idaho in 2020. Lauren Matthias lived and worked in Idaho during the mid-2010s. She was a part-time reporter and anchor for ABC, NBC, and Fox. Lauren Matthias' professional experience in Idaho began before 2015, reporting for East Idaho. And by September of 2015, she was covering stories in Boise, Idaho, including high-profile crime cases. During her time in Idaho, she received recognition for her work from the Idaho State Broadcasters Association Best Reporter Award of 2015 for her documentary, not on true crime gems, but on LGBTQ rights. Okay, not true crime. Her time in Idaho overlapped in 2015 for like 10 months in 2015. Her time in Idaho overlaps with significant professional and personal events. She met John Matthias in September 2015 while discussing a crime she was covering in Boise. And a few months later, in July, they married. September, October, November, December. Yeah. Okay, about 8 months. Reports indicate she spent multiple years reporting in Idaho before moving or working elsewhere, with her later reporting experience taking her to Salt Lake City, Utah. While exact move-in and move-out dates are not specified, it is clear Lauren Matthias lived and worked in Idaho from the early 2010s to 2015 and possibly into the first quarter of 2016. She was gone from Idaho by 2016, right? When was a Hidden True Crime podcast or YouTube channel, when did that come into being? When did it start even? Well, it started in late 2020. So after the marriage of their child, John and Lauren connected 2 USB microphones to a laptop computer over dinner during the pandemic in June 2020 and started the Hidden True Crime podcast. And then a few months later, they established their YouTube channel. Late 2020 for the YouTube channel. And I remember distinctly There was no membership when they first started their channel. The membership didn't happen until 2021. Lauren, you're a liar. Again, more lies. We need a scoreboard, okay? We need one of these really popular YouTube creators. We need a scoreboard that stays up there and is just scrolling all the Lauren Matthias verified lies. There was exactly zero reason to name anything having to do with your YouTube channel Gems after Idaho. That is not true, Lauren. You are a liar. You stole it from our channel. Grr, man, she just burns me up. Oh, should we do the pink and blue hats? We are the original Gems and Jewels, 100%, Cinnamon. We have been the original Gems and Jewels since 2000. Was it 18 or 19? I'll be able to look at the actual date, because a few days after I was talking to Robbie, and I was thinking about it, and he was like, no, it's great. You know, the gems, that's perfect. And then I did the song. He made the suggestion to take the song It's Raining Men and turn it into It's Raining Gems and make it all about, you know, all of us, like our friendships, right? So yeah, she is a liar. She is a bald-faced liar. It is infuriating. I went to Hidden True Crimes years later after watching Jewels of Thought. Jewels of Thought was popular before the Hidden Gem. Thank you, Anne Marie. Yeah, it's not that I own it, right? It's not that I own, you know, calling your channel membership, you know, a box of jewels. It is yet again evidence of the fact that, number one, she is not imaginative or creative. The only indication we have that she's creative is how well she lies. Now, she can make up a lie very, very quickly. However, how many times have we been able to absolutely prove that she lied about something? So she's not a good liar. She lies fast, and she has no, like, she's not worried to tell a lie. She doesn't seem to care at all if she's embarrassed. I don't think she gets embarrassed when it's revealed that she's a liar. I don't think she cares, y'all. Because look, how many times has she been proven in these deep lies? I mean, hella excited utterance, Christina, Jay. How many, honestly, this woman should be really ashamed of her embarrassment, like, or her lies. She should be really humiliated that she's been so completely uncovered. She's no longer hidden. We now know why they named their channel Hidden, right? We see it now. It's all a farce. It's not real. But what I am blown away by, why do all of those subscribers, why do they keep having trust in her? I cannot understand at this point, months later, the way that actual true families of victims, children, why don't they recognize that this person is completely unbelievable? Like what she said about the kid getting transported to the children's hospital. why would they believe that? Why would they believe that? And so those of you that come over and you chastise me and you say silly, foolish things like, oh, well, Lauren said that she chose the gems because she was living in Idaho, and Idaho is the gem state. When you come over and you say things like that to me, you can be absolutely certain I'm going to check it out. I promise you. And I would not have previously done that, except for all that has come out with the story that Cresha has, Kay Woodcock, the videos that we've seen of Lauren rushing up to Kay Woodcock with a camera in her face at JJ's memorial, buying 144 roses. It's incredible. Having a celebration because your channel got 144,000 subscribers. Lauren, what's wrong with you? Lori Vallow killed because there would be 144,000 chosen ones. Are you just taking on has Lori jumped from her body into your body? What in the hell is wrong with you, lady? It is very strange. Every channel has the right to post as they see it. Sure. I would agree, Ethan. I sent 2 harsh comments on both lives. She is not the press, and there were people laughing in the background. Very loud laughing, right? It was never about the victims. It was about Lauren. This was about Lauren. This was about Lauren saying, look at me. I'm so special. I'm so perfect. Worship me. A vulture. Absolutely. I'm not gonna soften that a bit, Cinnamon. If the shoe fits, wear it. Why would you say one of the ambulances went to the children's hospital and that means there was a child victim? Why? There are 8 people shot, 2 already dead, 3 that might be dead. Isn't that horrible enough? Why do we have to have dead children, Lauren? I think that's a legitimate question. Why? It does suggest a lack of empathy. Some of this behavior has gotten very dark. All right. Let's see. I'm going to change. Thank y'all for telling me about this, or I never would have known. So thank you. I appreciate it. Now I want to put up. Let me get my video up that I had planned to do. I can't remember which one it is. I've got 2 open. So this one is 640. No. I need the other one. Hold on. Wrong one. I need, it's this. Yep, right there. Okay. Okay. So we have been through this a lot. A lot of people have covered these police body cams. Okay. But there were some very specific parts that I wanted to pull out in an effort to kind of highlight why I'm so affected about specifically these body cams, things that happen within the body cam. So the first thing, let me make sure that you guys are seeing this, and you are. Okay, so the first thing is a comment that is made by Grayson. And remember, there were 3 of these videos, and this is the second video, and they're just, they're in the middle of trying to convince this policeman that they are the victims of crime. And Lauren actually says, I'm the victim. Like, she boldly says this, makes a proclamation that she is the victim, correct? And then this next part, I didn't really pay attention to it. And when I went back looking for a different timestamp, it stood out to me, and I was like, wow, I don't know how I didn't hear that the first 100 times that I listened to the police body cam. So hidden gems that are in here, I'm glad you're here. This gives you a chance to listen to a little bit of the police body cam and begin to learn a little more about why everyone is so upset about the behavior of these 2 people. Hey, Bill, can you put those birds up? They are so loud today.
MCKELBEY. And she told me on the phone today, well, if you think this is against the law, then you should be getting law enforcement involved. And I said, we've had attorneys involved in this for months. So she's well aware.
Right. So she said,
well, and the attorney is going to be like, yes, I can see where this is breaking this law. So now we'll get him involved.
well,
Missed it because I was asking my husband to help me. Okay, sorry.
Name is then and a phone number that may talk to us. Proper name?
Jennifer McKelvey.
I don't know if she'd consider us a friend right now.
How do you spell her last name?
Okay, we don't need to hear that.
And she told me on the phone today, well, if you think this is against the law, then you should be getting law enforcement involved. And I said, we've had attorneys involved in this for months. So she's well.
Do you hear that? That Gigi, when Grayson called her and kind of like, this threatening, that she says to Grayson, if you guys think that, there's been a criminal act, that there's something illegal here, y'all need to get law enforcement involved. And Grayson says, we have had attorneys in this for months. I think that matters. I think that really stands out. And the reason that I think that really matters is this. They have access to attorneys, right? Lauren's brother is an attorney. It's possible that John Matthias's dad was an attorney. So maybe he's got a brother or 2 that are attorneys, right? They've kind of made jokes before. Oh, we know a few attorneys, right? They've kind of made that pompous little joke. The question that I have, if they've had attorneys on this for months, if they've gone to attorneys and are saying, hey, can you help us? How do we make, these people not come out with the truth about my wife? Then exactly why did we suddenly have to start calling the police for everything, including just walking from dinner to your car? Why do you need a police escort? Oh, because I'm so afraid for my life. Nothing you did suggested fear. You're running around outside of this LDS church like you're, a special forces, Delta Force or something, with no fear, no awareness that there are live shooters, that 8 people have just been shot and they didn't catch the guy. And you're looking for them. You're on the case. Lauren Matthias on the case, going to catch the bad shooters. Why did they escalate from having attorneys on this for months, quote unquote, to, oh my God, we got to have a police officer. We need a police officer involved. All right, hold on just a minute. I got to go to the next timestamp.
Louisiana?
Louisiana. I'm calling my husband on the phone right now just so he can understand.
So what?
A lot of work.
So it sounds like there's a lot of emotional stuff and you're very upsetting stuff. I get it. So what area do you feel? Because right now, I hate to say it, but from my point of view, and I'm going to call my sergeant and probably get a detective involved, at least for the initial information.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm not seeing a crime, but this.
That's why, right? They have to have something to show a crime. My guess is they've been talking to these attorneys, and the attorneys have been saying for months, there's no crime. Nobody's committed a crime. And they're going, yeah, but we can't let them tell the truth about what a horrible person I am. It's no crime. It's no crime. Now, let me go to my next timestamp. 15.
Down that
I
road.
understand what you're saying. Yeah, I hear you. And like I said, there's probably going to be a lot more coming out in the next few days. So I don't know if there can be like a case number to like, you know what I mean? Like, or.
Oh, maybe you could give us a case number. Lauren, the man just said at timestamp 1322, there's no crime. There's no crime here. And then at timestamp 15, 1.5 minutes later, approximately, you blatantly say, can I get a case number? I'm sorry, I'm a little confused by that, people. Don't you have to have a case before you have a case number? Isn't that usually the way it goes? Lauren and John? Why would you be talking to attorneys for months and then you frantically start calling the cops over and over and over for nonsensical BS? And then you blatantly say, after the cop says there's no crime, you blatantly say, can I get a case number? Why? It's my opinion, Lauren and John, you guys committed a crime right here in this police body cam.
You know what I mean? Like, I think you're right. We're working with some circumstantial evidence, but we are receiving new information every hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that we're finally working with not circumstantial evidence. So let me also talk to you about this. Let's.
So this is very contrived. It's all about they've got to get some. They need a document from the police so they can go to in front of a judge and say, see, here's our proof that we've been stalked. Here's our case number. You see how manipulative this is? And it's all against now they have no idea who is sending these emails with these threats and stuff. They don't know who it is. No one has been following them. No one's done anything like that. She's just scared that they're going to release information that really highlights that she's a very cold and cruel woman. And they want to stop that because of their $1 million channel. And then my last time step for today is 2 minutes later. So they say, or 1.5 minutes later, they say, can we get a timestamp? I'm sorry, not timestamp. Can we get a case number? And the cop is like, no, we don't have a case. What are you talking about? And then this happens. And I'm doing this for the hidden gems, okay? This is for you guys. I'm doing the work so that you don't have to put yourself out with any energy. You just got to sit here, okay? Now, 2.5 minutes after Lauren says, can I get a case number? Right? And there's no case because the cop has just said, there's no crime. You're not the victim of a crime at all. Then this happens.
If we should have him call Gigi right now or not. He wants to know because I don't want to hurt.
This is
Like, would that like make them release stuff now because, you know,
What if I want, so can you hear me?
he can hear you or you're on.
Okay. Okay. The most important thing is we're about to have, you know, all our hard work is about to be threatened or go down the drain in a minute, in an instant.
Did you hear that, Hidden Gems? That's your king. That is the great God, John Matthias, that you just love so much. And his exact words are the most important thing. Our hard work is about to go down the drain in a minute. That's what he cares about, y'all. Everything they do is focused on one thing only. Stop anyone from telling the truth about who they are. It's hidden. Don't you understand that? The channel itself reflects that they know they're lying. They know that everything they've presented to you guys is BS. It's not real. They're not who they claim that they are.
Right. Like, I mean, my goal is to get them to stop publishing private emails, text, voicemails, right? They have to know our stuff.
Okay. Now, your king just lied. He too seems to be a liar, not just Lauren. He too seems to be a liar. He adds this really critical statement. They hacked into our stuff. And if you have been following Hella Excited Utterance, you already know that literally none of the truth that they've published is from hacked information. None of it. None of it. It's all from group chats, statements on Facebook. It's not private. Nobody was hacked. Now, Lauren Matthias did give permission by handing her phone over to Grayson. Grayson can now go in there and screenshot anything she wants to it and share because Lauren plays so fast and loose with her privacy. I would imagine, if I had to guess, that Grayson is a managing moderator in YouTube, meaning she's got access to all the money information. She's got access to everything in the YouTube channel. And by Lauren's own words, she gave Grayson her phone and she told her to go back through every single message, every single email since, what was it, 2018 or something? She gave permission. So quick, so easy. Well, can I ask you something? I like logic and facts in my life. And here's what I know. The best predictor of future performance is past behavior. I mean, we know that. It can be predictive even analytically. It can be predictive. If Lauren is handing her phone to her assistant, she's not an executive producer, she's an assistant. If she hands her her phone and says, go through every message, every email since 2018, everything. Doesn't matter what you look at. You can look at John's messages. You can look at everything. Well, if that's her past behavior, you know what that tells me? Grayson's not the first one that had permission. But I still want to be very clear, Hidden Gems. The things, the evidence, the facts that have been released on Excited Utterance have not come from private communications. None of it. It's all public. Lauren and John tried to weaponize law enforcement. You guys say that you're part of the true crime community, that you care about the victims of crimes. What are you doing right now? You think if you close your eyes, you won't notice the facts of what they did to Kay Woodcock's family? They did do it. It is true. It is facts. And just now, I had no idea, but last night, she lies to you guys again, right to your face as it's happening. She blames you even. But then she gets offline and she comes back and she says, an ambulance has transported one of the victims to the children's hospital. That means there must be a child victim. You don't think it's bad enough that there are 8 people shot? You don't think it's bad enough that there could possibly be 5 dead? Is that not bad enough for your queen? Does she have to include a dead child? Now, hang on just a second. I'm going to share this with you. All right. Now, in that video that we were just watching, John Matthias says, and this is all, it all starts at the timestamp 1725. So y'all can go there, look it up, listen as much as you want. Okay. But I'm going to read to you what it says. It says it's about to be that our hard work will go down the drain in a minute. My goal is to get them to stop publishing private emails, text. Obviously, they have hacked into all of our stuff. It is illegal to share private information in Nevada. He states in Nevada. Okay. So what I've done here, let me make sure you guys can see it right here. Okay. So I put in, because there's a critical term here that involves the law. Okay. And he said his exact words were private information, our private information. Private information is something very specific, right? It is private information is when a person's name is combined with certain sensitive data elements. Now, this is all covered under FERPA and HIPAA. When you're talking about quotation marks, private information, you are actually talking about actionable threats. Okay. It's legally, it's an important term, but that John uses that term, but in no way does John's use of the term match what is actually taking place. And that matters when it comes to the law, which is probably why all the attorneys that have been on this for months, quote unquote, by Grayson, they're probably saying they are not doing anything wrong. It is not illegal in Nevada to share screenshots. If you are talking in publicly available setting, you may share that. You do not have a reasonable expectation of privacy in those circumstances. And if you send something, if you type something to another person, they can do with it what they want. That is why, and anyone who is a healthcare worker, like a nurse or a physical therapist, anyone who works in the education system, we are trained in this stuff ad nauseum. until we're sick of hearing about it. Okay. There are very specific things that are personal information or private information. And John Matthias is manipulating this officer by using that term. It's my opinion. So the definition for privacy law and data breach law is where if you have a person's name, has to be first and last name, combined with sensitive data elements, and they define that like social security number or driver's license number, then this is a high standard to meet, y'all. And excited utterance, Christina's TikTok channel, none of it has even come close to Nevada's laws. Okay. So Nevada's law, NRS 603A.040, private personal information, they define it. A natural person's first name or first initial and last name in combination has to occur together with one or more of the following unencrypted data points: social security number, driver's license number, a driver authorization card number, or state ID number. The statute also includes additional items like a financial account record, medical ID numbers, but the core definition remains the same. You got to have the name and then one of these highly protected, specifically identifying numbers. This definition of private information is used in Nevada law governing data privacy, data breaches, and unlawful disclosure of protected information. And when you guys go back and you go to this timestamp, 1725, and you start listening now with discernment, the words of John Matthias, you will hear him go to extreme lengths to manipulate, to entice a police officer to break the law. What does it mean in Nevada to be illegally sharing someone's private information? If someone discloses another person's information without consent, it may be illegal if the information fits the statutory definition of personal information. And again, that means their name with a social security number, driver's license number, financial account number, medical health insurance identifier, or other sensitive identifier defined in NRS 603A. Okay? It's very specific. There are reasons that Lauren and John and Grayson had attorneys involved for months before they started calling the cops. And then when they did finally call the cop is saying, there's nothing that's broken the law. Nothing. Nevada's definition does not treat the following as personal or private information: name alone, address alone, phone number, email address, date of birth, photos, workplace information, or publicly available information. These might be protected under other laws like harassment, stalking, doxing related statutes, or civil torts, but they are not considered personal information or private information under NRS 603A unless combined with one of the sensitive data elements above, which was social security number, right? Okay. Privacy versus doxing versus data breach laws. The 603A statutes primarily regulate businesses, people that are collecting data to sell, or real hackers, or if you have stored information the security of stored information. And that would relate to like a hospital with all the medical records. If you are asking about individuals sharing someone's private information online, Nevada may apply other criminal or civil laws such as harassment, stalking, threats, invasion of privacy, computer crimes. But the definition of personal or, remember, private information still comes from NRS 603A.040. So that's the first condition that has to be met. Is it actually private information? Is it actually personal information that is being released? And then it goes into the other like stalking and stuff. So in summary, Nevada defines private information. That's the term that John Matthias used with this law enforcement officer as they try to force him into giving them a case number or just anything with a signature on it. You require a person's name plus very sensitive identifiers like a social security number or driver's license or passport number. If you have those two things and you share that, then it is illegal. It is not illegal, John Matthias, to take a screenshot of publicly available information, and a group chat is defined as no reasonable expectation of privacy. Same thing with like posting on social media. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy. You can absolutely take a picture, a screenshot, and share it. You were a part of the conversation. Therefore, you get to make decisions about the information. I went on, I said, okay, our group chat screenshots consider private information? No. Unless the very narrow, very specific definition is met for the NRS 603A.040 statute. And again, it's the person's name and then one of these critical numbers. So that is enough information for you guys to go back to this timestamp 1725 and start listening to what's actually being said from John Matthias to law enforcement, so that you are well informed, so that you have the knowledge and the truth of what is factual. Hey, Kresh. I'm assuming Kresh is in here. I can see Bronforth. I believe Grayson was acting as a PR at that time. If you listen to the way she is speaking, it is so crazy about I'm trying to manage this. I mean, she's so far outside of her skill set, right? Kresh, if you're in here, hello. Don't you? But I do see another post to Kresha. The more I see about Lauren, the more I want to hug you, Kresha. You are amazing. Hey, Dr. Vonda. Oh, good, Debbie. Thank you so much. I'm looking for Kresha. Vonda Kresha. Well, it must have been way back when she said hello, but hello, Kresha. Thank you for being here. Hook, line, and sinker. For John to say that, that's what he's worried about. He's probably thrown his hands up. Neither of them are redeeming. They're not even trying to hire a PR firm. I don't know. I don't know. It's really, really a very curious situation, you know? So, all right, y'all. So this ended up being very long. I thought it was going to be a really quick, short little video, and we're here now almost 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. And my hope is that some of the hidden gems will at least look at the timestamps that I gave. They don't have to look at the whole thing, but just the timestamps, just enough to kind of start having some awareness, right? All right. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank y'all so much about telling me about the crazy video from the middle of the night last night. And, you know, tomorrow's a new day. Who knows what's going to happen before the weekend, right? Y'all have a good day.
Woke up at dawn with the pelicans in flight. Coffee brewing strong by dawn's early light. Waves whisper secrets to my open heart. The life around this water gets me off to a great start. Parrots wild, squawking loud in the old palm tree. Dolphin smiles, brighter than the Texas sun on me. We chase simple dreams, nothing fancy or grand, just honest days in this promised land. God gives rainbow horizons to those in this happy lane. Diamonds dancing on the waves, back sparkling again. Honest living, a pursuit of peace, family ties and the happiness we seek. Love, forgotten country running deep in our veins. Through the storms and the trials we break those chains. Good living brings the blessings we see. Rainbow horizons calling to me. Living each moment, giving truth from the heart. No deceptions woven, no false starts. Goes like a front porch, swaying in the ocean breeze. Watching the sunset fade away with pink and bluey. Teach the young ones right from wrong with care. Hold them close when the world's unfair. In this Gulf Coast life, we find our way, building memories that never stray. Oh, rainbow horizons after the rain. Diamonds dancing on the waves back again. Honest living in pursuit of peace. Family ties and the happiness we see. Love, forgotten country running deep in our veins. Through the storms and the trials we break those chains. Good living brings the blessings we see. Rainbow horizons calling to me. When the night falls quiet and stars shine bright, I thank the Lord for this humble light, for the flag that waves and the grace from above, filling our hearts with endless love. No riches compared to the peace we found in the time